Another great question. So when we're talking about intention versus impact, we start first with this idea of intention. And we often speak with the intention to have greater connection, whether it's emotional or sometimes it's connection for the sake of information. That's especially true in workplaces where we are a part of an overall process that moves towards some kind of collective action or collective work. So we speak from a place of intention, but sometimes in communication, the message sent is not the message that's been received. Our words might land in a way that's disconnecting. And so it has an effect of actually closing the doors of communication and information. And it can shift things sometimes in the relationship that makes connection less likely. So that's a core difference between intention versus impact. We can express something with neutral or good intention, but it's received in a way that impacts the relationship and the work. So an example might be that Brian, as a supervisor, might have an intention to share with Jamie that the timeline for a project has now shrunk. He may say something along the lines of, Jamie, you know those numbers that I wanted on Thursday, I actually need them by tomorrow, end of day. Jamie might have planned when she was going to do that work based on her workload. And so now there's impact that has been generated. So because there are different lenses that Jamie and Brian are holding. Brian is sharing information that's important for Jamie to know, but it doesn't come with enough information. And so therefore, Jamie might be experiencing a sense of pressure. Jamie might also be holding it as a breaking of an agreement if there was an understanding that things would be done for Thursday. And so those different lenses have actually brought them apart when, by making a few changes in how it is that we communicate, both from the perspective of Brian and Jamie, it could have been a change that was done in a way that brought them together. So that's the difference between intention versus impact. Thanks for the question.